All right, guys. Here is how it go down. Just finished watching the fight, the main event between Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. Decision is there. Jake Paul won by decision over the five-time Hall of Famer, UFC welterweight champion, five-time welterweight champion of the UFC. I'm gonna be straight up and I'm going to be honest. I mean, this fight, technically speaking, was very low. It was very low, technically speaking. Uh, Still electric, still interesting, just because of what was at stake, and what was at stake was maybe the credibility of the UFC, the credibility of the MMA and its fighters, especially in terms of striking and being able to cross over to other, let's say, specialized combat sports like boxing. In my opinion, when I look at the level of technicality, of the level of talent that these two guys had, that Jake Paul had, I do believe that Tyron Woodley should have been able to put him out. He should have been able to win this fight. And not only by decision, right? But really, he should have been able to knock him out. Honestly, that's my honest opinion. I'm going to be honest with you, right? Straight up. He should have been able to put him to get him out of there. I mean, this guy, Tyron Woodley, has a ton of experience. Man, he's been fighting ever since. He's saying he's been fighting in the street. He's been training boxing. He's been fighting in the UFC, striking, ground game, and everything. He had everything. When you look at the way the fight went down, right, and you see the level, right, the boxing level of Jake Paul, which is very really a novice boxing level, right? He should have been able to get him out of there. I do believe that any other boxer, right, even Tommy Fury, honestly, would have been able to get him out of there. And this is no joke. I'm really serious about it. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm just asking myself questions. And again, I know that a lot of people are going to. I can't wait to hear like what people have to say. What is their analysis of this fight? But in my opinion, to be quite honest with you, I just think that this is not normal, and it is concerning that a great champion like Tyron Woodley was not able to get him out of there. Right? We're not talking about a Ben Askren where that we knew was really not using his hands, even though he has succeeded to be a champion in certain, production of MMA, right? Certain champion MMA championship or something, right? But we're talking about Tyron Woodley, who is a knockout artist. He is known for that. He was known for his fist. He was known for his power. But obviously, his power didn't translate in the boxing ring, and his technique and all of that, his grind, what have you, didn't translate also, and we didn't see that on the octagon. I mean, he was pushing the pace, but why wasn't he taking some more chances, right? He had him. He had him. I mean, Jake Paul was there for the grab, really. Jake Paul just was looking for an excuse to go down, right? But Tyron Woodley just didn't deliver. I'm a little bit. I mean, to be honest with you, like I wasn't rooting for any of these guys, but looking at the way he went down, I'm really, really like, how can I tell you that? I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed at Woodley. I'm disappointed at what the UFC and the MMA has to offer. And I can't wait to hear about the UFC community and the MMA community, how they're going to talk about this fight. Because if they're happy and they're jumping out of joy after this match, this boxing match, right? I'm going to be confused, totally confused. Because you cannot be happy that your champion, right, one of the best to have ever done it in the welterweight division, right, loses by decision, right, against someone who has no real talent. I mean, who didn't show basically any real talent in boxing, who didn't show anything in terms of boxing. I mean, that was a low, very low boxing level. The card was great, and we had a good match between one of the Cleveland native. I think his name was Love, and against a Russian. That was amazing fight. I mean, these guys would have eaten. They would have eaten Jake Paul up, and they would have eaten Tyron Woodley up. I mean, the level of fighting, even these women were better than them. So I'm just a little bit confused. I'm just a little bit disappointed, especially at Tyron Woodley, because I was expecting more from him, not really from Jake Paul, who's just been fighting for 3 years and started at 21 years old. But I was expecting a lot more from Tyron Woodley. So here it is. That I just spilled it out. You let me know what you think, and what is your review of this fight, because if that's what the UFC has to offer in terms of striker or in terms of champion, I mean, this is kind of concerning and disappointing. All right,